Hi, my name is Jennifer Oja, and this is assignment for the final assignment video. I'm going to be presenting using a handout as well as a PowerPoint that I will be including with the final assignment. And so the scenario I'll be presenting is part of a 10-minute portion of the 60-minute session that I described in assignments 2 and 3. Great, so we've just finished the session on the library website overview, and I'd like to spend about 10 to 15 minutes moving to a new topic. We'll be focusing on library journals and search strategies. These are two key pieces of today's session. There'll be time to not only discuss the lecture, but also time given to execute search strategies so you become familiar with today's session and really become comfortable in using the library website, and in particular also using library databases and being able to effectively develop search strategies for your time here at Lakehead University. And if you have any questions throughout my lecture today, just feel free to, ask as you need to them answered. So I do have a bit of a guide to go over with focusing on how to find scholarly journals in the library. So library databases, what are they? What is a library database? We spent some time earlier locating the section on the library website, how you access databases. Now we're going to focus on using them. So a library database is a collection of published resources or information. It's accessible and searchable online. It contains thousands of articles from individual journal titles. So you can conduct searches in multiple journal titles simultaneously, which saves you so much time. They can sometimes provide access to full text articles and other article abstracts, which provide a synopsis of the article, but not the full article. Examples of resources you'd find in library databases, sources include magazines, newspapers, encyclopedias, and journals. All libraries have subject-specific databases that are available and organized in their library collections. You can also access this information through our library subject guides, which are also accessible online, and we do have print copies available. Examples of library nursing databases at Lakehead University include, you may be familiar with these names, CINAHL, PubMed, and ProQuest Nursing and Allied Health Science. So I'd like you to take a few minutes, go back to your computers, and using the library website, go and locate the nursing subject guides on the website and go directly to the library database section. We're going to spend a little bit of time now to talk about the importance of the search strategy. We will also have time to do execute some searches so you do become familiar with our content today and you become great, effective library researchers. So the search strategy basics. I have provided a handout for you that you can follow along, and you can take that away with you today for reference, which outlines the search strategy and also talks about the term Boolean searching that you may have heard the term. It's a real important to know what it is and how to use Boolean search techniques. So let's talk a bit about the search strategy. And as I mentioned in my introduction today, did you have a question? Okay. As I mentioned in my introduction today, we are going to be learning how to do the basics of searching library resources. So, getting to our handout, and again, if you had any questions along the way, please jump right in. This time is for you to really, get grasp the basics of library searching. So finding scholarly journal articles. A big point, of most importance that I can't stress enough, is developing an effective search strategy. You do this by defining your keywords, your key concepts, really getting a good understanding for what it is you're wanting to find information on. So, you'd come up with some terms. You might start off with a general area. You might be given a topic. You might be able to choose your topic. But it's really important to think of words, synonyms, spelling variations of terms, just really being as specific as possible. Some disciplines you might have terminology that is unique that you might have to apply in your search strategies. So really defining what it is you want to find out, what you're looking for information on. And so today's session will focus on finding journal articles, as there's other resources available within a library collection, but for today's session we're really focusing on finding scholarly journal articles. So once you've defined your keywords, you feel comfortable with what it is you are wanting to find information on, it's really important then to select a library database. But of more importance to remember is to select the subject-specific database. And I have referenced it earlier, the CINAHL, the ProQuest. Those are all collections of resources that are subject-specific to the nursing discipline. So if you were to use a more general database, your search results might not be as relevant as using a subject-specific database. And you'll see if you wanted to scroll over on the library website, there's many different subject guides available that show that there are each discipline within each program here at Lakehead has these subject-specific databases. So you've defined your keyword, you're now selected your database. It's really important to become familiar with the database interface because they're all different. And there are different limits and options available and features you'll find. So becoming familiar with how to search, what options are available is important. The next big piece I wanted to focus on in the search strategy is applying Boolean search techniques. This really helps to increase the quality of your search and relevant results. So what is Boolean searching? It's a type of search that allows the user to combine terms and helps to either narrow or broaden your set of results. The three basic Boolean operators, which you may be familiar, are and, or, and not. And your handout kind of shows a picture of what that means. So if you were to do a search, cats and dogs, cats or dogs, cats not dogs, your search results will differ and they will look different. So by applying these Boolean operators, your results from your searching is different, and you should understand the differences between each of the operators to apply them most effectively. So when using these Boolean search techniques and also using the limits that are available, this really helps to really produce a good quality and retrieving the best results, most relevant search results. And again, if you're finding that you're not getting the results, your searching is not coming up, the results aren't that relevant, you always have to think, you redefine your term, redefine your keyword, and do the search again until you found it is what you need. You can also use library subject headings to do this, to be more specific. So now we've gone over a bit about library databases in the search strategy, and I just wanted to take a moment to pause. If anybody has any questions, otherwise we can now go on to doing some search, executing some search strategies at your computer. If you wanted to go back to the library website, select a database, do some test searches using keywords, testing out those Boolean operators, using the limits, and we can discuss your results. If you had any questions, again, let me know. So we'll spend about 3 to 4 minutes to do this. Okay, so does everyone feel comfortable with the information thus far? Any questions? If we're good, I just wanted to summarize a bit of this section before we jump into actually talking about citing sources, and we'll be locating information today from our searches. So to summarize this section, it's important to remember to develop an effective search strategy first. Select your subject-specific database secondly, and that library databases are online searchable collection of resources used to find scholarly journal articles. Using Boolean searching techniques and limits will help you to retrieve the most relevant results. And that's the end of my video presentation. Thank you.